Everybody, welcome to the Art of Speculation. I am Orion, and yesterday I posted this tweet. It's true, I bought my first NFT just yesterday. I had about half an ether burning a hole in my pocket on Arbitrum One. I didn't want to wait the week to withdraw it, and so I thought I'd look for some projects, and this one kind of came up. And so at, 0.05 ether per castle, I decided to take a shot and buy one. In fact, I bought 3, but I looked at the smart contract a little bit before I actually made the purchases, and I noticed that there were kind of 5 inputs that determined a castle's rarity. I mentioned it here: gold generation, defense, capacity, and skill amount. Sorry, those are only 4, but all but 1 are visible if you use the read button on the smart contract before you even buy it. Only gold generation is a private variable. And also in the smart contract, you can see the thresholds that affect a castle's rarity. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to go into the smart contract, find these variables and the thresholds that matter, and then we're going to go in, look at a couple of castles and see kind of how they would score, and eventually buy one to see how we do. So that's what we're going to do. And by the way, this video is a direct response video, as I mentioned. Gotham, thank you very much for reaching out and messaging me on Twitter. So let's now move over to the castles contract. Okay, so when you actually first land on the castles Arbitrum page, you're going to land here, and you'll see this link, available token IDs. And so I'm going to click on that here. It's going to load for a minute. It's loading the available castles remaining, and I'm going to show you what we do. So we're going to use 229. It's at the top of the list, so frankly, there's a chance that somebody else is going to pick this one off before we do it. So it might be safer to move down the list a little bit, because this doesn't update in real time. Somebody might have taken the ID, but okay, let's just remember 229. And with that being said, we're going to go to this minting contract, and that's actually going to take us to the Arbiscan page. It's kind of like Etherscan, but Arbiscan. And on this contract tab, there's going to be 2 buttons. There's actually 3 buttons: read contract, write contract. I'm going to connect my wallet here. Let's go to MetaMask. I'm going to be doing a video early or later today or this week about how to connect MetaMask. So if you can't even get this far, don't worry about it. And what I want to do, I quickly want to go into the code. It is always a good idea to not listen to people like me, not listen to anybody on the internet. You got to go to source to not get screwed and defrauded. You always have to make sure you are getting this stuff from very reputable sources, and I wouldn't even include myself in that list. You always want to make sure that you're looking at the right token, that you go to a credible source, usually the provider, to make sure you got all the right stuff. But here we are. So this is the castles contract, and if I go down to about 160, I believe it was here, maybe it was 260. Yeah, I feel here. Okay, so look at this. Good gold generation. You will see that if gold generation is greater than 10, rarity plus 1. And if it's greater than 15, rarity plus another 1. So if it's above 15, it'll have a rarity impact of 2. Now, gold generation is a hidden variable. I'll show you that in a bit. You can't actually see this before you buy. So this is the one that you can't see. However, defense, if defense is greater than 70, it will give an increased rarity of 1. If it's over 80, it'll be a rarity of 2. If it's over 90, it'll be a rarity of 3. Capacity, if your capacity is over 150, it's a rarity of 1. If it's over 220, it's a rarity of 2. Skills, if it's over 10, it's a +1. Over 15, it's a +1, so 2. And over 20, it's 3. And so that will return rarity. Now look at this. If the score is greater than 2, it's rare. If it's greater than 4, it's mythic. And if it's greater than 6, it's divine. So you are looking generally, I would imagine, for a castle that is rarer. The castle's DAO just released some numbers saying that only 1% are divine. I think it was 5% are mythic, 33% are rare, and the rest are common. So to get the divine, you're either gonna have to buy, 100 of these, or try to skew the odds in your favor by doing a little bit of research first. So if you remember, we were going to look at Castle 229. Let's take a look at Castle 229 here. I'm going to go to read, okay? Balance of, no, get approved, get capacity. Look at this. So I'm going to go to 229 and hit query, and I can see that the capacity is 40. And if I look at capacity, a capacity of 150 is a rarity of 1. So this capacity is nothing incredible. Let's now get the defense of 229. I'm going to query it. 72. And if I look at defense, 70 is the threshold to get rarity of 1. So this is going to increase increment rarity up 1. So we know that this has rarity of 1. Gold generation, 229. If I hit query, you can't see this one. It's a hidden variable. So this one is the I don't know factor. So get name, get rarity. Again, get rarity. You could try and type it in, but clearly they're going to hide this one because otherwise you would just get the most rare ones. Get skill amount, 229. So the skill amount is 7. If it's greater than 10, then it gets a value of 1. So right here we can see there's 4 variables that impact rarity. Only one of them has a score of 1. So if you think about this particular castle 229, we know that we can see 3 of the 4 dimensions before we purchase the castle, right? We know that 2 of them have a rarity impact of 0. They don't impact the rarity. One of them we just saw would give you a rarity score of 1. Now rarity score of 1 is common. So gold, it all comes down to gold generation. You can't see that. Buying this one be a huge gamble. Maybe it increments another one because your gold generation is so good and you get a rare one. But right now I'm going to pass on 229. So let's quickly go back here. Let's take a look at 241. You could see this is going to be a bit of a process. But if I go to get skills amount and enter 241 query 7, skill is not an impact. Okay, let's go up. Get rare. We can't do rarity. We already tried that. Gold generation, it's not going to work. So get defense. Defense is 43. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that doesn't seem, no, you need defense over 50. Okay, so what about capacity? Capacity is 80. This one has a score of 0 before going into gold generation. So you know what? I'm probably gonna pass on 241. Let's check out 242. 242. Whoa, capacity of 246. That is a rarity impact of 2. Nice. Okay, so let's go down here and say get defense. Query. Oh, token ID. Sorry, get defense is closed. Defense of 16. Oh, that's a really terrible defense number. Oh, but we've already got rarity number 2. Let's check out what the name of this one is. The Stronghold of the Gambler Demon. That's sweet. Maybe, okay, can we, let's see. I might buy this one if I can get another rarity point here. Whoa, skill of 20. That's another 2 point. Yeah. So now I've got 4 points already. I feel like that means I'm going in at a rarity value of mythic, and gold generation is the only outlier. So let's go buy 242. Boom. And let's go to, oh, sorry, I gotta go. So now that we know the one we want to buy, 242, let's go up here and we have to go to the right contract. So I'm going to approve. No, actually, I don't want to approve. Sorry, it's mint. I want to mint a new one. And the instructions are actually here, by the way. If I went back to this homepage, you would see how to mint. It says connect your wallet in the right contract section, input an ETH amount of 0.05 ETH and your castle value. So I'm going to go 0.05 and the token ID of 242. And let's write this into the contract, confirm. And let's see how this worked. Let's see how this worked. Again, we only looked at 2 here, but apparently this one already has a rarity score of 4. I want to see how this plays out. So now that I've minted it, let's go back. I could look at some other things, but let's check out the rarity of what I actually bought. So I got to zoom out on my screen here. So let's read the contract, get approved, get capacity. Oh, I'm excited now. Let's get the rarity. Come on. It's all going to come down to gold generation, but what is it? Ah! Oh, okay. So you just saw this play out in real time, and I did not expect this video to get this good. So let's just play back what happened here, right? We were looking at the publicly available data. We said, hey, 242, let's get its defense. It said 16. We went to the defense grid and we saw, like, objectively, that is a terrible defense score, 0 rarity points, right? Okay. So we were like, it's not looking good. Gold, we couldn't get gold because that's a hidden variable. Whatever, let's just keep getting informed. Then we said capacity, and I put in capacity, 246, look at this, has capacity. Boom, yes, it's over 150, that's 1 point. Over 220, that's 2 points. We now have 2 rarity points, right? This is trending in the right direction. It's not great yet, it's still common, I think. Last we went to skills, which is field 10. We put in field 10 here. We said get skills, 242. It said 20. We went down to skills and we were like, whoa, 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. That's a 5. That's a 5 banger. Oh my goodness. You know what that means? That means if we go down here to the rarity section, a 5 is minimum mythic. We're in it. And then it only left gold generation. Now, we got hit with the ugly stick on gold generation here, because if I look at gold, which is number 6, it came back as an 8. And if you look at gold generation, 10 is the minimum. But we still should be mythic. We should have 5 points. But when I went down here, rarity, come on. This is so exciting. I want to show you. We got rarity, 242. Let's pump it in here. Pump it in. It says rare. What? And I went down here and I said, get rarity number. What's the rarity number? 3. But I just counted 5. You were there. So I paused the video, just being like, what did I do? I tweeted this publicly. What am I doing? And so I went into the contract and check this out, everybody.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
Not talking to you. Everybody's excited about this. Okay, so look at this. Look at this. Line 256 area. Okay, so get rarity number. You got to understand a little bit about what it's doing here. So it's how does it compose this rarity number to tell me whether it's common, rare, mythic, divine? Well, it says, let's add up all of the points. Gold generation. We'll get the gold generation number, right? We'll count the rarity from there. Defense, get defense. Capacity, get capacity. Skill, get skill. Wait a second. Capacity, get defense. No, it's looking at the defense number twice and ignored capacity. We got 3 points from capacity. Our defense is garbage. I'm pretty sure in line 261, there's a typo in this contract. Please tell me that's not the case. Please tell me that's not the case. But it makes sense because remember, our capacity was really good. Our defense was garbage. This all adds up. We get a 0 up here. We got a 0 right here. We got a 0 right here because you counted my defense, which is garbage, twice. 0. Our skill is worth 3 points. The 2 that we should have got for capacity is being ignored. You see, it all works out. It all works out. There's a typo in this contract. I'm so sorry to do this, Castles, in such a public way. But you know what the good news is? I think my divine one has actually scored 9 instead of 7. Is there a way to fix this? Castles, can you get in touch with me? Well, we've proven that my method works. You can see them. You got a pretty good chance of getting a good one. But there's a typo in the contract. I just spent $200 buying another one of these. I wonder where this is gonna go. Didn't expect this at all. Well, NFT world moves fast. Typo kind of fast from the looks of it. Did I just destroy my own investment in Castles? Oh, I hope not. I hope not. They'll probably fix it. Maybe this makes it more valuable. I don't know. But for me, this was a valuable, enriching experience. Hey, Castles, reach out to me. Let's see if we can get this one fixed up. Okay, guys? Thanks for watching. Until next time, like, subscribe, and maybe follow me on Twitter as well and do some other stuff because we got some good stuff. Typo. All right. We'll see you next time.